From around 60. Heck yes. Hey crew, I've got the key to that 22 GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate. We are going to take it for a drive, but first let's check out how it looks on the inside and outside. The Sierra was refreshed for the 22 model year, so there's this new grille design. Then on the Denali Ultimate gets a dark chrome treatment, including for the GMC logo. There are restyled headlights. This one has full LED headlights with projector beams, functional pass-throughs here at the corners, LED fog lights down low, some more traditional bright chrome for the lower bumper with 2 chrome tow hooks. This one is painted in Titanium Rush. It's a dark gray color with lots of metallic flake. From the side, we see a set of standard 22-inch machined and satin finish wheels. These are really cool. They're wrapped in Bridgestone Alenza tires, 275 section front and rear. Because this truck has the diesel engine, we get the Duramax plaque on the side. The door mirrors have spotlights and bright chrome to match the bright chrome of the window trim and door handles. Stepping back to look at the profile, the Denali Ultimate trim is only offered in the full crew cab with the 5.5-foot bed configuration. The straight cut, squared off exterior accentuates the lines of the truck, which I think look pretty good. At the back are LED taillights in this C shape. They're integrated bed steps on either side and 2 chrome accented exhaust finishers. Underneath is a full-size spare tire on a smaller wheel. Hooked up to the hitch receiver, the Sierra Diesel can tow up to 9,200 pounds. GM's multi-flex tailgate is standard on this trim with a full dampened tailgate as one setting, or you can just split it up to make for easier access to the carbon composite bed. It's very durable. Lots of tie-down points. There's a 400-watt power inverter and some LED bed lighting. If you pull this piece down, now it's a step up, and you can use the deploying handle to ease your entry. There's a Kaker sound system also built into the tailgate with a USB port. That should come in handy for your next tailgating party. The final configurations, you can lift the top piece down, and it's a work surface now, or lift up the piece again to secure things like 2x4s. Overall, I definitely prefer the Denali Ultimate trim with a dark chrome treatment to the standard Denali's bright chrome. It's way flashier that way. This makes for a really handsome truck. Let's check out the interior. Before we open up, I want to show you this cool feature of the power running boards. They not only come out, but they also come over when you hit that button to make for easy access to the bed. Looking inside at this Alpine Umber interior, it's like a saddle brown color with the topography of the Denali Mountain on the seat back. Perforations and contrast stitching look good. Rear seat heating is standard. 2 hidden storage cubbies, 1 in each of the seat backs. Lift up the seat bottoms for more storage options. Nicely carpeted floor mats there. Leather here in that umber color, along with black leather up top. Open pore wood trim. 1 touch down, not up windows. Bose Performance Series 12 speaker sound system is standard. Lots of hard plastic down low. The step in is easy with the running board and a leather wrapped grab handle. Behind my own seat at 6 feet tall, I've got acres of knee room. Seat backs in leather. There are big foot pockets to slide my feet under. I'm just lounging. Excellent thigh support. Superb headroom. 2 cup holders here. Air vents, seat heating, USB-C and A port. Not a big drive shaft hump to worry about, so I can fit in the middle seat with more headroom. The headliner is suede wrapped. Very nice. It would be nice to see a panoramic glass roof though. Some competitors offer that. Without someone in the middle, you've got a leather padded armrest with 2 cup holders and storage. Sumptuous rear seat accommodations. Could be upgraded with maybe a 3rd zone of climate and a panoramic glass roof for more light. Let's check out the front. Door close noise. Has a bit of a pop to it. Up front, we move to heated, ventilated, and massaging seats with ultimate badges, power adjustments, full-way lumbar, more nicely carpeted floor mats, ultimate tread plates. Same materials on the front doors as the rear, but we also have power adjusting and power folding door mirrors and more Ultimate badges. Leather wrapped grab handle like the rear to get in. We'll put the truck in accessory mode to turn on the 13.4-inch touchscreen infotainment system and the digital instrument cluster that is reconfigurable. There's a 15-inch head-up display, stitched leather up on the dashboard, genuine aluminum trim, more open-pore wood with Denali typography on the passenger side. There's also hidden storage. Though this is an Android operating system, it still has wireless Apple CarPlay. It also has crisp graphics. It's very user-friendly and responsive. There are 2 zones of auto climate, some physical inputs below that, storage there, 2 USB ports, 1 A, 1 C, rubberized cup holders. There's a very substantial gear selector, trailer braking control, wireless smartphone charging, some perforations, and leather wrapping on the armrest. Lift this up for removable and deep console storage. 2 more USBs, 1 A, 1 C, and an AC outlet. Hold this button to open the power sliding rear glass. Visibility is excellent, and there's standard blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic. Leather wrapping for the steering wheel, integrated Super Cruise as standard, aluminum trim. The material quality and technology in here is fantastic. The space in the back seats is great. Just some small bits of cost cutting. Otherwise, I'm really impressed. Let's take the Denali Ultimate out for a drive. All right, let's fire it up. Super Cruise light show on the steering wheel. Fairly hushed startup from a diesel engine, not a lot of clatter. You heard the startup motor, but not much from the actual powertrain. Our drive modes are here off to the left. We're in normal right now. We also have off-road, sport, and we'll stay in normal. Digital rear view mirror is going. When we click in on the side and press forward to go into reverse, that brings up a high resolution backup camera system. Got your bird's eye view off to the left and a myriad of different angles to choose from, including wheel shots. You can watch your hitch receiver. You can even add cameras to your trailer and look at what's going on in your bed. Trajectory lines to guide us. Turning radius test to kick things off. I'll give us a wide berth. Cranked. It did use most of the lane. Not surprising for a full-size pickup truck, but not remarkable. Turn signal sound. Why am I picturing like a horse galloping in on cobblestones? That sounds so similar. Cluck, 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 cluck. World famous horn test? Dignified and yet assertive. The powertrain in the Sierra Denali. You've got a couple options. You can have a 6.2 liter V8 that makes 420 horsepower. Or you can go with this Duramax diesel. It's a turbocharged inline 6-cylinder that makes 277 horses, but 460 pound-feet of torque. Whichever you choose. It's connected to an Allison 10-speed automatic gearbox. And in the Denali Ultimate, it's equipped to a 4-wheel drive system. Around town, the diesel hums along quietly, offering just enough power for you. You can feed in on the throttle, and you get an appropriate measure of motivation. The 10-speed flows smoothly through the gears. You don't really notice those gear changes. The ride quality. Some competitors have an adaptive air suspension. We don't have that. We just have adaptive dampers that work hard to try to combat the busyness of a solid rear axle. We do have an independent front suspension. And I'll say, compared to some pickup trucks with a solid axle, the Sierra Denali Ultimate doesn't have the restless ride that occasionally comes with that setup. You feel the impacts, certainly, the pulse as you go over a bump, though it remains compliant, and these seats are quite comfortable. Let's see about a real-world 0 to 60 test for the Sierra Denali Ultimate Diesel. Okay, I've got my race box set up here. I'm then going to move into the sport drive mode. I'm leaving it in rear drive instead of going to all-wheel drive or 4-drive because I tried that and it didn't really make a difference. So I'm going to brake boost it to see if I can get that turbocharger to spool just a little bit, and then I'll take it away from there. Here goes. Boosting, waiting, going. Little chirp from the rear tires. And we're at 60 at 8.29 seconds. That is not quick. If you want quick in the Sierra, you're going to get that 6.2 liter V8. If you go with the diesel, it will not wow you off the line. I re-emphasize real world from that test, though. It was not a primed surface. We were facing a little bit of an uphill. But yeah, 8 seconds to 60 is what you might expect out here when you're just getting away from a light. Mid-range is more impressive. Approach it understanding you have a lot of weight with 277 horsepower. Give yourself enough time to get up to speed on the highway or to make a pass, and you'll be just fine. We'll go back to normal and just coast. Unless you're really laying it in on the throttle, the diesel motor is just so subdued. At higher speeds, we are hearing more of that wind and tire noise, though it's at like a conversational level. It's not shouting at you. It doesn't disrupt the ride. The 22-inch wheels, when they do go over certain bumps, they make some noise, but the overwhelming experience here as a commuter is rather positive. How capable are these brakes? That's up next with a stop from around 60. Heck yes! That was awesome! Not only was the feel of the pedal perfect, I mean, I went into it hard and I had great initial bite. It did not give way on me, but also the stopping performance. It resisted the tendency to just nosedive. The back end didn't wiggle too much. I was fully assured of our stopping. And that complements around town, just having this great sensitivity to the pedal. It's so intuitive. You know how much braking force is needed to just gently come up to a stop. Our simulation for a panic stop went well. What about an emergency maneuver? That was equally as impressive. Full-size pickup trucks do not handle well. As a general rule, that one turned in nicely. The feedback through the wheel was something. The body did not roll excessively. I fully support the Sierra Denali as something that would get out of the way in emergency situations. And now, seeing this little steering wheel icon on the wheel means we're primed for Super Cruise. So I'm going to hit that button, the light goes green. It is now a hands-free driving situation here. Staying perfectly in the center of the lane. If I wanted to change lanes, just indicate. If a gap is open, it will take care of this for me. What's really cool about this system is that you can even use it while towing. Super Cruise is definitely among the best of these semi-autonomous systems on the market. The lights are really communicative, so if it's sensing that there's a road coming up where it won't have it mapped, it won't have Super Cruise available to you, it will communicate that on the lights. If it's going to be shutting down, it will also give you plenty of warning along with sounds. Your seats vibrate too. It's just something that you should always be paying attention to, but even if you got distracted for just a moment, it's going to prime the driver with plenty of warning. Let's turn our attention now to pricing and competition for this truck. If you want to get your foot in the door with the Sierra Denali, you're looking at $65,400. If you want the Denali Ultimate, then you've got to step up to $82,695. Fuel economy, that's important for a diesel. It's one of the primary reasons people go with this kind of powertrain. It's 22 mpg in the city, 26 on the highway, and 24 combined. Competition, let's look at the most luxurious and fuel-efficient alternatives. The Ford F-150 Hybrid Limited 4x4. Because Ford does not offer a diesel powertrain in the limited trim, that's kind of the one we'll bring in here. It starts at about $80,000. It makes 430 horsepower and 570 pound-feet of torque. Gets to 60 in 5.6 seconds while tying the fuel economy of this truck. Then there is the Toyota Tundra Capstone. That one's $75,000. It makes 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque. It gets to 60 in 6.8 seconds, and the fuel economy is 21 combined. Then we've got the Ram 1500 Limited 4x4 Eco Diesel. That one's the cheapest at $70,000. It makes just 260 horsepower, but 480 pound-feet of torque. It gets to 60 in 6.9 seconds, and the fuel economy is the best at 26 combined. Now, each of those trucks kind of has something going for it. If it's the Tundra, they're touting long-term reliability. The F-150 Hybrid has that nice mix of power and fuel efficiency, and the Ram 1500 Eco Diesel Limited is the cheapest to start, and it has a very luxurious interior. The GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate doesn't have the greatest acceleration off the line, and it is not the cheapest, but I do feel it's one of the most well-rounded. It's stylish on the outside, it's spacious, comfortable, and high-end on the inside. It handles itself well, and the power isn't amazing, but it's sufficient while getting great fuel economy. Not to mention that the Ultimate's price point is as decked out as you can make this truck, whereas some of those competitors, those are just the starting points. You can add options from there and the prices just swell. For my money, I would either go get one of these or I'd get the F-150 Hybrid Limited. I'd price both out, see which one a dealer is willing to work with me. What am I kidding? Which dealer is not going to gouge me, and go with that, because both are amazing trucks. Both have a lot going on for them. I hope you guys have enjoyed this POV drive review. If you did, please like, comment, and share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell to get notified. And I'll see you next time.